Thanks, Tom. So let's talk about how the vice presidential candidates did tonight. We have both sides of the aisle covered. Joining us live from our newsroom, Republican analyst Kevin Eckery and Democratic strategist Jason Kinney. Gentlemen, thanks for being with us again. Sure. When we look at these two debates, the first presidential debate and now this first and only VP debate, really a 180. Talk about what those kids were talking about, some of the body language, the smiling, the laughing. Was it appropriate or was it confidence? Kevin, let's start with you.
Oh, I mean, it certainly wasn't inappropriate. And the debate itself kind of got fought to a draw, although watching some of the smirking and overacting on the vice president's part, I was reminded of William Shatner sort of chewing the scenery in every scene in Star Trek. But no, I mean, it was a draw. They both did what they had to do. Biden didn't lose, Ryan didn't lose, and they both got in their points. They talked to their base, and now they basically teed it up for the next presidential debate, which is going to be critically important to both.
Jason, wasn't tonight really about kind of resetting everything, kind of setting the table for the president next week?
It was, and I think by that score, the vice president hit a home run here. I mean, he was positive, he was aggressive. He played air-free ball, which is important for him, but he started to finally turn the narrative around and start challenging Romney Ryan on all that malarkey, on the 47% and the fact that their budget doesn't add up and the fact that they're not paying taxes, and finally started putting them on the defensive, which I think was an important point. I mean, vice presidential debates usually don't mean much, but for insiders and for people starting to pay attention, they're starting to understand there's another side of the story.
This vice presidential debate could have meant a lot. I mean, if Ryan had hit a home run and really come through like Romney did, it would have added to the momentum that the Romney campaign's enjoying. But as it was, it didn't take away from the momentum on the Republican side. And on the Democrat side, I think there was a huge sigh of relief that maybe the bleeding has stopped.
All right, well, you know what? We're going to come back and talk to both of you guys coming up a little bit later in our hour and kind of get into some of the sound bites and what they talked about and how they were able to cover things from foreign policy to Medicare to the economy. So we'll see you guys in about a half hour. Thanks.